Okay, so here's another term. This one I'm not so familiar with, so I'm glad we're going to talk about it. But tell me about non-cancelable contracts.
Great. So this is an excellent question, one in which everyone should be aware of. Non-cancelable contracts sounds scary, right? Like it sounds like if I get involved, I'm not able to ever cancel it if I want to. And that's not the case. Non-cancelable in the disability insurance contract world is actually a very good thing for the consumer. So for dentists, you want to make sure that you have a non-cancelable contract. And the reason being is that once you have a non-cancelable contract, that means that the company cannot cancel the policy on you.
Okay.
It means that they cannot change in the policy provisions on you. They can't raise the premiums on you. A non-cancelable contract is an extremely valuable benefit that you want in your contract. The opposite of that would be a cancelable contract or an annual renewable term contract. There's a lot of vendors out there that do represent those and push those for their clients as well. I'm very hesitant to those. We typically only represent non-cancelable contracts. The reason being is that if you get involved in one of those contracts and they decide that, oh, we've had too many claims in your sector of the country, we may be raising your rates. A lot of association plans, a lot of group employer plans are cancelable anytime by the associations, by the employers, even by the insurance companies. So I find it's very important for dentists to understand the differences that association plans can be great, employer plans can be great, but keep in mind, just because you're saving money and you're getting quote unquote a better value, I assure you they are not nearly as comprehensive as the true own occupation individual contracts you can get on your own.
Yeah, that's really important because a lot of us in dentistry, I would gather say most of us in dentistry, tend to go with an association because it's easy, it's comfortable, it's who we know. So be wise, make sure you're reading your contract thoroughly, or you have somebody who can help you read that contract. I know for myself, I like help rather than trying to figure that out on my own. Like Brandon said, we know what we do very well and trust people who are experts in their field who can help you with this. So practical question for you now. I get hurt, I'm disabled. How long does it take for my disability insurance to kick in? When can I count on a benefit?
Excellent question again. So the answer is it really depends. If you're working with someone that can help you guide you through the various policy options, there's something called the elimination period. Now, essentially what the elimination period is the length of time, how long it takes for your benefits to kick in. Some policies you can get 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 180 days, even a full year if you would like. Now, my recommendation for most of my clients, unless there's some special circumstances, is a 90-day elimination period. That's a 3-month time frame. The reason being is that's long enough to have no income and still be able to maintain the lifestyle we hope, and then have those benefits kick in and take you, through the future with the income. But at the same time, once you start getting to about 3 months, that can get a little painful. You could go to 60 days, which sounds attractive. The only downside of doing that is increases the premiums to have that coverage pretty substantially. It almost doubles the premiums. So we recommend 90 days is usually a pound for pound the best way you want to go. 30 days is pretty high, and in some circumstances with some business policies, we do 30 days. But on the individual side, I say 90 days is usually the kind of the best play for most people.
Yeah.
But we also see some 180 days every now and then, but usually 90 days is probably the sweet spot.
Got it. So young dentists, beware. If you get hurt, make sure on the front end before that happens, you understand how much money you need to have saved to carry you through that elimination period. That's important. Okay, what about the back end? So I'm hurt and maybe something serious happened, like to my friend Mike. And now I'm not really going back. So how long does my coverage last? How long do I get paid for?
So again, it's like buying a car from scratch. You can buy the gold package, the chrome package, whatever you would like to do. But typically policies we see to age 65 or beyond. So a lot of policies now will offer you 65 years, benefits to age 65, benefits to age 67, benefits to age 70 sometimes, and there are even some contracts that offer lifetime benefits. Now those are very pricey anymore, but I actually own a lifetime contract from years ago. But most contracts you see 65, 67, or 70, and it's completely up to the client to choose. And again, we recommend working with someone to show you those different options. Obviously, the longer the time period for the benefits, the more expensive the policy will be.
Okay. What about dollars and cents as far as what I get paid? How does, I've seen some policies, I've talked to some dentists over the last 24 scary years now. Some people are getting this much a month and some people are getting this much a month. How does that work? Is that based on your income, your policy, a little bit of both?
This is a very, very good question. The reason being is this is a complicated answer. It's based upon your income, and the benefits that you're eligible for are based upon multiple factors. One, how much you earning. Now, if you're a business owner and the employee, it depends upon what your take-home pay is, not necessarily what your business gross revenue is. So it's depending on how much you're earning. Do you have any other group benefits that may be in play? So if you're a business owner, or maybe you're a dentist working for someone, do you have any disability insurance through your employer? And if so, that will actually decrease the amount that you're available on the individual market. Do you have any association plans? Again, everything is taken into consideration in the disability field, but the general rule of thumb is what we try to do for our clients, and what we recommend you do if you're working on your own, is to try to get as much as you possibly can as early as you can. Disability insurance is not one of those things where I can qualify for this much, but I'm only going to take this much. Usually, if you can qualify for this much, you want to take every single penny of it, because it's never going to get cheaper. It gets more expensive as you age. And if you ever happen to be one of those that go on claim, sadly, it won't be enough money.